what makes us human in an age of AI. AI, as a new medium, a new language, a new information environment, holds the potential to enhance human agency and to reimagine the future of education. My name is Paolo Granata. I'm an associate professor in Book and Media Studies at St. Michael's College in the University of Toronto. And I'm also the founder and director of the Media Ethics Lab, a research hub that explores the potential that information and communication technologies hold for fostering positive social change. I believe that the advent of AI can be conceived as a paradigm shift, particularly if we consider AI as a technology of knowledge, an interface of knowledge. So just as the advent of the Gutenberg's printing press in the mid-15th century in the Western world and then globally transformed access to knowledge and reshaped our collective mindset, today we witness a similar revolution. If the printing press was the technology of knowledge that initiated that so-called Gutenberg galaxy, now we are finally entering the Alan Turing galaxy, an age where some say that AI is the new printing press, promising to redefine the ways we understand and interact with the world. If in the Gutenberg galaxy over a few centuries books became mass media, essentially the primary interface of knowledge, today in the Turing galaxy, AI can integrate and expand traditional interfaces of knowledge, but also become a new interface. AI can help us rethink the very process of learning, maybe rediscovering the building blocks of education. And that includes an entire set of challenges, including ethical concerns about the use of AI, question about privacy, accountability, automation, transparency, control, and the divide between those who have access to AI technologies and those who do not. So to ensure that the benefits of AI are open and equally accessible and distributed to all. That's why I believe that AI literacy is key, not just in terms of how to use AI tools responsibly or proficiently, but to understand the impact and the implications of AI in education and society at large. AI, in fact, is not just a medium or a new technology, it's a new language. That's why we need more AI literacy to master the variety of new languages that make up the AI-driven society. If we want to explore the future of AI in education, I think it's essential to reflect and understand the epistemic implications of artificial intelligence, how AI affects the way we think, the way we know what we know. With mainstream generative AI and large language models becoming a mass medium, the how behind what we know is being reframed. Today, particularly in light of the recent development of generative AI, large language models, AI is no longer just a sophisticated tool for advanced research or industry services. AI now has evolved to become an environment that entirely shapes our lives. That's why I believe that the future of education will not simply involve incorporating AI into our pedagogy. We need to understand how this transformative environment redefines our collective mindset. Like water to a fish, AI is the medium in which we are immersed now. And the impact of AI is far from just simply deterministic. Its impact is ecological. It involves the entire human technology ecosystem. AI is not a tool. AI is creating a new human environment. I believe that the advancements in AI, particularly large language models like ChatGPT, will lead to significant changes in the educational strategies. For instance, as we witness an increasing automation of specialized tasks and routine jobs, our educational strategies should move away from a focus on content to a deeper emphasis on the context. In education, content matters, but context more so. It is the context that makes a difference. Of course, that doesn't mean disregarding practical knowledge. It means understanding its application within a larger societal and cultural context. When we have specialized information available at hand almost instantaneously, it is in the context that we uncover deeper meaning. Only by understanding the context we can truly activate the process of meaning making. After all, ChatGPT is all about content. It takes the power of human imagination, human intelligence to transform such a huge amount of AI-generated content into meaningful knowledge. Let's not forget, it's our unique human ability, the human agency to perceive, interpret, and make sense of the context that truly enhances and expands our understanding. Obviously, AI is going to boost productivity and efficiency in many sectors, in many fields, in many industries. But productivity is not the key. I believe human creativity, the human agency, is what really matters. That's why, as AI takes on routine and specialized tasks, education should foster on a holistic, a contextual understanding that is where creativity comes from. As educators, it's our responsibility to prepare our students not just to absorb or manage information or undertake specialized tasks that sometimes can be accomplished even better and easily by AI, but to identify creative connections, to discover the patterns that influence and shape the broader context. I believe that as educators, it is our responsibility to create, to facilitate the right context within which creative learning process takes place. The very label artificial intelligence is a kind of oxymoron. Obviously, tools like ChatGPT are not intelligent in terms of the human sense, but they offer an interface to expand the human intelligence. AI is not here to replace our thinking, but to augment it, to expand, to stimulate, to enhance our thinking. AI will not think for us, but we can think through AI. In higher education, there is still much focus on standardized learning models, uniform assignments, quantitative evaluation tools, and even if the bar is set high, the effect is the same. Learning becomes about following a formula, a set of steps. It's no longer about thoroughly understanding. It's just about getting the right answer, getting a good grade, or boosting the GPA. Ironically, some argue that ChatGPT is just designed to maximize the similarity, which often means minimizing originality, but this is what our students are asked to do much of the time. They are expected to meet certain standards, to tick the boxes on a rubric, to fulfill the assignments just so, all in pursuit of a good grade. It seems we have created a system where similarity is rewarded and originality is often overlooked. For example, the fact that students are using ChatGPT to breeze through their coursework is a concrete evidence of the limited demand for creativity. That's the point. In many disciplines, students are not required to use their creativity or imagination to pass a course. They have to just follow the recipe, the algorithm given to them. This is not nurturing intellectual growth. This is just a manufacturing educational conformity. So the real danger is not that ChatGPT replaces the students' work. The real danger is that students must become like ChatGPT to successfully complete a course. Is this what we really want education to become? I believe that ChatGPT is showing us the failure of this kind of algorithmic learning, the failure of this standardized, homogenized learning model. ChatGPT is actually showing us that it's time to question, to reconsider the shift from algorithmic learning to heuristic learning, a model that celebrates the joy of discovery, that encourages self-learning, self-assessment, an exploratory approach that fosters not just reasoning, but also creativity, imagination. It's about moving away from just following a given task, a predetermined recipe, and discover new paths, new ways, new tasks, crafting new recipes. After all, in education, it's often not the outcome that matters most, but the journey, the method of discovery, the heuristic process that really matters. So, exciting times ahead. It's time to envision and shape the future of education for the years to come.